What's going on, Schmoedown fans? Welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Schmoedown. I'm former Star Wars champion Andrew Dimalanta.
And I'm a Star Wars competitor, Nicki Dimalanta.
We always say it, massive Friday Night Titans to go over.
Yeah, every time.
Every time.
Every week.
But this one.
This one made my heart sing.
Yes, I love this episode of Titans. It was
warmed my soul, gave me life.
So good.
Gave me hope. You know?
Yeah.
It was great.
It was so good.
Absolutely. So, I mean, it wasn't a pay-per-view. Felt like it should have been.
Yeah, it had. It was like a special, like different. It's such a weird, different feel to it because I think both of these matches were like the day of challenges.
Literally?
Literally with the
Or
wink, like within the the confines of the story of the show. It's like they were both day of like challenges. Hey, let's go, you and me.
Let's go, dummy.
Yeah.
Let's
go, Daddy-O.
Oh man, so much fun. No, this was this. I mean, the undercard was great.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong, but the overcard was.
Oh, for
it just felt
so
like
many reasons.
It felt like the Schmoedown as a whole. The Schmoedown came up to me and just went on my forehead. Just went, have this.
Have a good weekend.
Enjoy this.
Yeah. But strangely,
your soul.
Strangely enough, this episode was delayed a day, and like
it was worth it.
Yeah, it was worth it. But like half of me was like, April Fools.
You know what? I hate April Fools.
Yeah.
It's one of my least favorite holidays, if you can even call it that. I can't stand it.
Yeah, me neither.
The amount of people are like, we're breaking up, we're getting a divorce, pregnancy announcements, like just hang it up.
Yeah,
bro. And
there's so many things on social media. Like there's a bunch of like football announcements, like George Edelman is coming out of retirement to join Tampa Bay, and it's like April Fool's dummy.
Tom Brady's retiring again. Yeah, no, I can't stand it. I think it's stupid. I've never been a prank person.
Me neither, not really.
Never been a big prank person. I mean, some are good.
Mm-hmm.
Some are funny. But I feel like most of the time it's just childish, and I'm just not a fan. Like somebody, I saw something on Twitter where somebody said that they went to work and their boss was like, "You're fired," and then like walked away, and they were like, "Okay." And so like for the next 2 hours, they were gathering up their things because their boss like chuckled and like. Just like a jerk, said, "You're fired," walked away. And I guess this person was like, all right. And they spent the next 2 hours apparently packing up their stuff, packing up their desk. And then I guess once they were done, they left. And then later on in the day, the boss called and they were like, "Yo, where are you?" And they're like, "You fired me." And they're like, "It's April Fool's." So funny. And it's like, no, you don't do that.
Yeah.
And somebody else was like, no, an April Fool's Day prank would be bringing in a box of like Dunkin' Donuts, Krispy Kreme donuts, but inside is like a vegetable tray.
Yeah, so people, those are fun.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I can hang with that. And also vegetables are good for you.
Yeah. I'd be like, okay.
I don't know. All these people that do like pranks on their significant others of like, I think we should.
Yeah.
Oh, I just said a bad word. I think we should break up. Like, I don't find that funny.
No.
I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. I don't like April Fool's Day.
If it's like lighthearted, like the vegetable thing instead of donuts.
That's fun.
Our friends pulled a prank on me for my birthday one year, remember? One of our friends went
for your birthday.
Yeah, we had a
birthday's nowhere, not really near.
Well, it wasn't an April Fool's, but it was a prank, basically. Like somebody told one of our newer friends, like, "Hey, Andrew really likes JD Honey."
Oh yeah.
And they brought it. But the joke is for our group, you're
just talking about pranks.
You're just pranks.
Okay.
Like our friends pranked me. I'm like, oh, that's good. Birthday prank.
Yeah. We had like a newer friend. Yeah. They're like newer to our group. Not anymore. Now they're just family.
Oh yeah.
Ohana means family. And so, yeah, she was a newer friend of the group, her and her husband. And somebody told her, "Oh yeah, Andrew, his birthday's coming up. He loves Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey." And fun fact, at Andrew's bachelor party, they had JD Honey, and it didn't go well from the sounds of it.
It was the last thing that we had. And
I've tried it too. And so she didn't know, bless her heart.
It's disgusting.
She got you a bottle of JD Honey for your birthday, and we were all laughing. And she's like, "What did I do?" I was like, "Oh, honey, you just got like Hayes and Andrew got pranked."
Yeah.
So yeah, and for some reason, like all of us have a bottle in our house because nobody wants to drink it. It's a punishment drink.
Yeah.
If we're getting together and it's like, "Oh, you lost that game. Oh, you did this. Oh, you made that bet." JD Honey.
Yeah, and all the balls that we all have
It's like this much.
This much left in it because nobody wants to drink it. I remember for a while we kept passing around the same bottle, bringing it to parties as a punishment shot.
I'm not a whiskey person to begin with, but
it depends on the whiskey.
Not a whiskey person to begin with,
Mm-hmm.
but you know what? I think I'd rather take a shot of whiskey than have you be like, I want a divorce. April Fools. That's not funny to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. April Fools, not my cup of tea, you know?
Yeah.
I'm more of a, if we're talking holidays, give me Thanksgiving and Christmas any old day. Of course, those are like the top
You really like
holidays.
Halloween though too.
I do. I really, really enjoy Halloween, but I want to be a spooky girl, but I'm not.
Spooky girl.
Like I want to be spooky, but I get scared.
Yeah, you don't like scary
You know,
movies.
like I love the season, love that time of year. I really want to. I really want to watch scary movies and do scary things. Like I'd love to go to a haunted house, even though I know you would never do that. But like, then I'm like, I sit down or I see like a trailer for a scary movie and I'm like, no, because I'm the kind of person I'd watch a scary movie and then I'd be like, all the lights need to be on. Need to watch puppy videos now afterward to cleanse my palate. But I'm also probably going to dream about this tonight.
Scary movie, if it's like jump scares, I can handle.
Hate jump scares.
I hate jump scares. But
I'd rather watch a psychological thriller, but also.
But like after like those kind of movies, I can separate it. But if it's like demonic or like The Conjuring is really screwed.
You've never
with me.
been
I've never
supernatural, demonic kind of.
No, those are the kind of movies I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not going to sleep tonight.
Like I used to really, really. I use the word enjoy loosely because it's kind of. I liked Saw 1, 2, and 3. Really 1 and 2.
1 and 2 are the good ones.
And then I didn't enjoy Hostel, but like I watched them. But like now, years and years, I haven't seen them in years. Now I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't think I need to watch that. I don't know. Everybody that's like Bibiani, who's like way into horror. I'm like, how do you do it in sleep?
I don't know.
How do you? I have the soul of a spooky girl. Not the
heart of one.
The heart of one, you know. I really want to, but I just can't.
Yeah.
So I'll settle for like jack-o'-lanterns and
dressing up.
jack-o'-lanterns and costumes, you know. We got there from April Fools.
Yeah.
This is the name of the game, everybody.
We go beyond the Schmoedown.
We have a little warm-up, getting everybody all ready for the show, you know, ready for the hot takes that are about to come out. So, Let's
get into it.
Now that we're all
warmed
ready
up
to go, I am actually like physically warm and the fan's already on. Not a good sign. Yeah. See how it goes. Sweating like a... I mean, there's a lot of different ways you can go with this. None in church. It's been used a lot.
Yeah.
Sweating like a
dude in Florida. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
Like a dude or a dudette in Florida.
Sweating like somebody standing in line at Splash Mountain, you know, on a hot summer day.
Yeah.
Oh, God, it makes me hotter just thinking about it. Who wants to go to a theme park in the summer? Oh, Northerners. Yanks, am I right? Who wants to go to a theme park in the summer? No way. No thanks. One's like, you live in Florida, you don't go to Disney all the time?
No,
I don't enjoy sweating buckets. You know, I'd rather stay in the AC. And also, I don't want to spend $15 on a drink.
Yeah.
You know? But you know what? Do you?
Every once in a while.
If you got your passes, live your life.
I want to. I would like to. If we had the money,
I would like
to have annual passes.
The crowds also make me...
Well, that's the thing.
You know?
Go on days where you know there's less crowds. Middle of the week.
Give me a good old-fashioned Tuesday Disney trip.
Yeah. Stuff like that.
In the middle of August. You know? Or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyways...
Right when school starts.
It's too. Yeah. Oh, that wasn't even intentional, but yes, that's great.
Yeah.
Not just a hat rack, but I just hate. Sometimes there are days here in good old fashioned Sunshine State, Florida, that I could walk outside, go, oh, what a beautiful day. 5 minutes, I'm already sweating, and it's like I just took a shower. Why am I like this? And you'd think, I'm born and raised in Florida. You'd think I'd be used to it and my body's acclimated. No, I'm sweating right now.
That's the curse of Florida. You'd think you'd be used to it by now, but nope.
You would think.
Yeah.
I probably should live up north.
A little further north, maybe. I don't know.
Carolina or something.
Maybe.
I've never been there. Don't know. Okay, so let's just do it.
Sure.
After all that, we have a cut scene leading into our first match. Here we go. We get Jacoby Bancroft. Haven't seen him in a hot minute.
Yeah.
Nick Harley. Haven't seen him in another hot minute. they're talking about the stars and talking about how they want to reform them because they're saying this isn't who Roxy is.
Yeah.
Roxy's not like this. I don't like this direction she's going in. Chandru's, being a doofus.
And these are two that haven't been actually officially announced on the stars, I don't think.
No, I don't think so. And so they were like, let's talk to her. Let's see if we can get the band back together. This isn't Roxy. Get the band back together. So I think Nick was the one who was like, I'll talk to her, bro, and I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah.
I think I got that right. I think it was Nick and not Jacoby. I don't know. Don't quote me.
Yeah, I think it was Nick.
And then we have another scene.
Ooh, yeah.
Brandon talking to Coy, talking about how he's so happy. He's so happy he found his place on the Mercs. Coy is like the sun. He rises, every morning. Brandon wakes up, the birds are chirping at him because, everything's just so beautiful with the Mercs.
It is a fun atmosphere.
Coy's a good dude.
Yeah.
And then, what? Jesse Swift, the jackal.
Oof.
The jackal himself, the jackalope.
Feeling a little burned.
He comes in and he's all, if they're all sunshine and rainbows and birds, he's all storm clouds and rain. And he's like, yo, you haven't called me, texted me, answered me any of my, any reaching out to you and all that kind of stuff. And you weren't there for me. Something about that Superman challenge. I'm still not entirely sure what happened there.
Yeah.
But,
feeling like just burned because
you should have been there for me.
Yeah.
And you haven't been there for me.
And then he finds out that he's not on the Mercs. He's going with Hannah. And
exactly.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what, bro? I'm gonna show you that was the wrong decision, and I'm gonna challenge you right here. Pulled out a glove, slapped him in the face. Not actually, not metaphorically.
Yeah.
But yeah, he says, I want to challenge Brandon to an IG match and show you what you lost, bro.
Right in there, the first of the challenges of the night.
That's how you do it. When they break up with you, you show them what they're missing. That's how you do it. We have another cutscene.
Wow, 3 back to back.
I mean, that's how my notes are. So if it's not right, I'm not even sorry. So the next one, we have Benjamin Bateman.
Oh yeah,
the boss himself.
It's a walkout, not a cutscene.
Potato.
We have to distinguish
mincing words.
We have to distinguish between what they are.
You're right, but also don't attack me like this. Oh, I'm sorry. Bateman walks out. Yeah, we have whoever's on the desk for this match. I don't know. It was Ellis and
Rachel.
That's right.
Yeah,
and Rachel Cushing. That's right. It was like beautiful to see her on screen. They're doing their thing, getting the crowd all whatever, and then the next thing you know, Ben Bateman walks out. Not a cutscene, a walkout. My bad. I'm the a-hole. Bateman comes out and he challenges. He's thinking about who am I going to challenge.
We need to find out who he challenges at this point.
Exactly, and he's all like, what? All these rookies out here acting like they own the place. And one in particular, and when he was talking about rookies, I was like, because I thought that it would be fun if he challenged Paige, but based on the last cutscene, he said he's in there.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, if I'm paying attention to the wording here, you said he.
Yeah, and everybody's...
Doesn't mean it's going to be Paige, I guess.
Yeah, everybody's speculating it was either going to be Ethan or Adam Collins or Dan Murrell, or it's like, we'll see.
But he goes, you know what? Who's been running their mouth out here a lot is Rick the Rager Radis. Triple R.
Yeah, triple R.
R cubed, if you will. And so he says... that he wants to challenge Radis.
3-0, Daddy-O.
Love it. Radis saunters out as only he can. And he's like, well, Daddy-O, I'll do it. But I have a stipulation. If you're going to challenge me first, before we play in singles, we're going to have to play in teams. And guess what, Daddy-O? You got to find a teammate who's in this building right now. He gave him a set amount of time.
Put him on the clock.
Put him on the clock. There was like a Radis clock in the upper corner, which great. And you got to find somebody who can actually stand you, someone who will be there for you, go to bat for you, kind of thing. So good luck finding somebody who actually wants to play with you, dummy. Bye. And so Ben was like, okay, well, I got to get to work. So they'll one day play in singles, but I don't know. The stipulation was that Ben had to win.
Ben had to win.
Oh, I don't remember if
just play or just find someone and play him. I don't know.
I don't remember. But in any case, he had to find a teammate, play him in teams, and then we'll see a Radis Bateman singles match. So,
and one thing I did like about this walkout was because before when Ethan did one, Chandra did one, I can't remember who else did. JTE did one, and it's like before it was like they had the lapels on them, and I was like, this is kind of strange because you're trying to go for that wrestling feel. Then this time they had the handheld mic. I don't know if it was like a conscious decision to do that or out of necessity because they didn't have the lapels on at that point, so we need a mic. I like that so much better.
Yeah,
that handheld mic because it has that wrestling feel because it feels so weird, like Ricky Bobby. Like,
what do I do with my hands?
Yeah,
I know I'd be like that.
Yeah, so like having the mic like that, it feels more of the vibe that I think Christian is going for, the wrestling aspect.
Gives me something to do.
Yeah,
because if what am I just gonna put my thumbs in my pockets?
Yeah, exactly.
I call you out, Rick.
Yeah, and if you get spicy enough, like the person that you're calling out can like snatch it out of your hands, like my time.
Yeah, no, I like that. I'm not sure if it was, like you said, a conscious decision or just that's just what we did that day. But I do like the
it gives us so much more flavor.
I feel like it might have been intentional.
Yeah.
It was probably intentional. Not unlike my straw here. Very intentional.
Yeah.
Hey, Nikki, are you drinking wine out of a straw? Yeah, you bet your butt I am. I don't usually have red wine. I don't want my teeth to get stained.
Yeah.
But I have a straw right now.
Yeah. I've started drinking coffee with straws because I don't want to stain my teeth.
Yeah, that's why I was drinking. I drink a lot of Moscato because I don't have to worry about that. But I was cooking, making some good old fashioned hand rolled meatballs and sauce. You
use red wine,
and I use red wine, and I have a lot left over. Oh, poor me.
Trying to get my teeth whiter for celebration.
Hey man,
meet everybody, smile.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
So you can see it through the mask. If they require a mask, I haven't even looked it up yet. I think they are requiring masks. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. Wearing a mask over makeup, so yucky. Am I right?
Yeah.
Fellas. So our undercard here.
You don't know.
You don't know. You don't know, actually.
More? Yeah.
Go on TikTok. Some of these makeup artists, I mean, first of all, there's like children out there that can do makeup better than me.
Yeah.
Dudes out there doing makeup better than me. I'm like, teach me. Like there was that little girl. She was like 6 years old, 7 years old. I'm like, that's better than me. But yeah, I'm not one to talk. I don't know what I'm doing with myself. So our first match, undercard, we got an IG match. We got Brandon the Hornet Hannah of the Quirky Mercs against Jesse the Jackal Swift, not currently tied to a faction.
Rogue player, man.
Rogue player.
You do you.
IG, let's do it. Round 1. Jesse missed a question about Mask of Zorro. Brandon missed a question about Storm's real name from X-Men. Or Roro Monroe. And then something about Judd Nelson. Both missed a Kingsman the Golden Circle question. And they both missed a question that actually physically hurt me. Like I felt a physical manifestation of this miss for both of them.
Yeah.
Which Star Wars movie begins with the line, "Did you hear that?" There's a New Hope.
Pull the knife out.
Oh, that hurt.
Yeah.
Well, it might have hurt, but one of the good things that came out of round 1 is that I think Brandon Hanna now says "buzz buzz" as his catchphrase.
I am loving Brandon Hanna's character turn. Like the mask, the hat, the always smiling, the little quips before he turns the board around are all so much fun.
Yeah.
It's so refreshing.
It is. It is.
There was one that he said that absolutely killed me. I can't remember what question it was.
Was it one that he got right? It was probably one.
It was one that he got right. I can't remember.
Did it involve buzz buzz?
No, it didn't. But
I don't remember.
I don't remember. And he there's something also he said in the middle of the match that I think made a couple of people laugh, and it's just. It's so good.
It's nice. I feel like
so good.
It suits him better.
Yeah.
I think this new persona. So it was a new hope. It's fine. We're okay over here. It's fine.
Yeah. Again, difficulty of questions, especially for Star Wars questions, our view on them. It's very subjective. It's very skewed for us, especially because is that our question or is it?
I say they missed that, and that was literally the only question I got right the entire match. So who am I to say anything? 6-7 in favor of Jesse at the end of round 1. Round 2. Jesse goes first. He spins away from fantasy sci-fi, spins again, gets fantasy sci-fi. Yeah. Will of the Force. He goes to multiple choice twice, got both of them. 2-point miss, got stolen.
Yeah.
Yikes. Brandon goes. He spins Middle Earth, much to Rachel's,
Pleasure.
Although Mark was the one that had to read them.
Yeah.
So, and she did help him with some of the pronunciation, which was fun. 2-point miss, not stolen. He goes to multiple choice twice, got one, missed one. That one got stolen.
Oof.
So, a couple points going back here and there. So now it's still a 1-point game. Mm-hmm. It's 13-14. It's still in favor of Jesse. Round 3. 2-pointer for Brandon. Superman. Gene Hackman appeared in how many Superman films? 3. Got it. 2-pointer for Jesse. Spider-Man. Name one of the directors for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oof.
There were 3.
Mm-hmm.
He missed it. It was either Peter Ramsey, Bob. I think Mark said Perschetti, but the way it's spelled, it looks like Perschetti.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Perschetti and Rodney Rothman.
Yeah, I missed that. I was like, Lord Miller?
J.J. Abrams?
Yeah.
3-pointer for Jesse. Wizarding World. In Order of the Phoenix, what is the name of Hagrid's half-brother?
Don't even... No.
They said Goppy, but then Brandon was like, it's actually Groppy. Correcting them, I think. And I'm assuming he's right.
Yeah. I don't know.
Jesse did miss it. So now we stick with Jesse. 5-pointer. Jurassic Park. Which character in the franchise says this line? Why don't people listen to me? I use plain and simple English. I don't have any accent that I'm aware of. He did. It was a good guess.
Yeah.
I think he said the main guy with the white beard.
Yeah.
Doctor. No.
The name escapes me right now.
I feel like that's a name I should. I don't care. It's not Star Wars. The name or the answer was Dr. Ian Malcolm. Was that Jeff Goldblum himself?
He is.
Yeah, he did miss it, unfortunately. With that, 14-15 in favor of Brandon. Oof. Very close to a TKO, but he did answer his 2-pointer because he went in down in round 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what? It wasn't the most polished of matches.
Yeah, it was a rough
for either one.
It was a rough match, especially that round 2 was rough for both of them. Like because the Lord of the Rings or the Middle Earth slice was an interesting pick for Hannah, especially how much he struggled with it.
Yeah,
but maybe it was just he was expecting that he would get. Obviously he wouldn't take it if he didn't think it would be.
Or he's been brushing up on it. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe he was brushing up on it. It's like, I feel confident about this. That you just like didn't anticipate that level of questions, maybe.
Yeah.
So, because I don't know how difficult those were. I didn't know any of them.
Well, because the very first question was about like 1970 something.
Yeah, exactly. So I think
it was an animated Lord of the Rings film.
Mm-hmm.
I want to tell you that you're making that up, but
I actually did watch it
animated
a long time ago.
Yeah, I was like, wow, what a way to start this round.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's like he expected more gettable questions and maybe he, again, like you said, he was probably brushing up on that category. It's just one of those days where it was just one of those days where you got a bunch of rough questions. So yeah, this not the, like you said, not the most polished match, but it's a win for Hannah. And this was the one where I was kind of like, because, Jesse, former faction mate, really wanted to see him succeed. But, Hannah, I've always wanted to see him succeed. And newer faction mate, have that bias. But it's like, I want both of these guys to win. So it was like, because the whole thing with Jesse, when our rosters got announced, I was like, okay, interesting choice. I really would have liked to have Jesse back on the squad, but that decision wasn't up to me. Right. So... yeah, it just sucks because I know how much Jesse wants to compete,
of course,
and especially when you're out of state.
Yeah,
it's always rough to fly out there, try your best, and not get the win.
And that was one of the comments he made. That was like, he seemed pretty down in his post match interview, and one of the comments he made was like, yeah, Brandon just has to drive down the street. And meanwhile, I fly in at 1 a.m. Who knows if that played any role?
It's a factor.
You never know.
It's a factor for all of us out of state have to struggle with. We got to deal with getting there. It does
suck.
Yeah.
To fly all the way out.
Only to
lose.
Yeah, to fly back with an L on the record. Yeah,
it's like
totally sucks.
Cool. I just paid for this plane ticket. Can't wait to fly home with this.
And we've done it.
This thundercloud over my head.
Yeah, we've done it
a couple of times. Yeah,
it sucks. It sucks. I know it sucks.
Yeah.
So,
but so I don't know. I'm not sure what the future is going to hold for both these competitors. I'm assuming Brandon getting this win, it means that he'll see another match at some point.
Yeah.
Jesse, like you said, it's hard. It's hard with being out of state. I'd like to think we'll see him at some point. I don't know. I'm anticipating a tournament. Maybe. I'd like to think.
We'll see.
You'd like to think that there's a tournament.
Yeah,
in every division.
Yeah, and the IG pool isn't as broad as it is.
Right.
Like,
it's not super expansive.
Yeah.
You know? So, I mean,
not question wise, but like
right. Like
competitor wise,
number of competitors wise. Yeah. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. But yeah, because I know that you have you had a reason to be cheering for both these guys.
Yeah.
So, and this was definitely one of those matches where I was like, this could absolutely go either way.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what to expect here. I felt bad because I do feel like, I don't know if Jesse felt defeated, you know, at some point midway through the match, you know, leading in round 3. It's a crappy feeling, you know.
Yeah, and he said as much in his post matches, like he wishes he had a manager in his corner, because sometimes when you get down on yourself in the second round, it's nice to have somebody there for you to like pull,
match isn't over yet.
Yeah, match isn't over. Pull you know, like pull you out of your funk just to refocus yourself.
Yeah.
And he said as much like, man, I really wish he would have had that, because maybe he gets back in it, because he did seem a little like just like down on himself,
just kind of like, I don't know, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which I feel like everybody has felt that way at some point, where it's just like, I'm already down. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a sucky situation to be in, but I know he works hard. So I'm hoping that maybe there's a tournament, some other opportunity for him to get another match.
Find a way, because it's not like he's a terrible personality.
No.
Like he had a couple of quips in during the match, like, oh yeah. That's something that like, it's a kind of, because it's always hard, especially for like people that it's the second season. And he's already found his footing as sort of like character wise. You know exactly what kind of character he is. So like, it's not like it's a Star Wars division. We only saw you like once every year.
Yeah.
And you know, and pass. So
yeah. And as we said for Brandon, he's probably
he's turned a corner. So
absolutely. So you know, we'll see what the future holds for these two. I honestly don't know what to expect. And who would be next in the
pecking order for IG?
Path.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
No.
Because you got some other people. I mean, somebody like Rue, he's probably got a different path.
Yeah.
You know, more direct path. You got Moose Haas running around out there. You know, you got a couple people running around.
Chances roaming around out there.
Yeah.
I mean, because, you know, Smets has his number 1 contender match.
Right. There's people that are definitely on different trajectories.
Yeah.
So, but there are people running around.
The IG division is sort of like where the singles is right now. It's like, well, we have all these competitors, and we already have one half of a number 1 contender match. And right now it's like, who is going to face each other to get to the sub boss? Right. And, you know, right now it's Smets. So now we got to find out who's going to face him. Yeah. So, yeah. So I think Hannah is probably nearing that conversation. Yeah. At the very least, because, you know, 1 win, maybe you get a couple more on your belt, then you face Smets again. Yeah. So has Smets and Hannah played before? I don't think they have. Who? No, they haven't. Never mind. I misspoke. Hannah and Smets. Don't ask me. I don't think they faced off before.
I don't know how people can keep track of this. So after that match, we had a Kent scene. Ooh. We have Brother Lomas and Rick Radis talking. Oh yeah, because Radis was saying that, you know, Ben, you got to find a teammate because you're gonna be playing me and Lomas. Forgot to mention that. So Lomas and Radis are talking. I don't believe they're attached to any faction right now.
Rogue players.
Lomas says that, you know, you called out Ben Bateman for the first match. Yeah. Like, this is going to be it's going to
be a rough one for us.
I have to call out Ben Bateman. Yeah. You know? And, but Radis was like, no, it's cool. I told him he has to find somebody today in this.
Yeah, he's banking on the fact that nobody's going to want to partner with him.
Somebody in the building, somebody who can actually stand playing with him, somebody that actually wants to play with him. Don't worry, he might not even find somebody.
Yeah, so it'll be a forfeit, automatic win for them. So,
and even if he does find somebody, maybe it's somebody who, you know, what are the chances that he's going to find somebody who's like at the top of their game in the building that day? So
get the camera guy.
There you go. You never know. So, he's like, no, it's okay. That'll be cool, right? So, heading into the overcard. Ooh, we've got our Rick the Rager Radis clock going in the corner. And we've got Ken Knapsack and Mark Ellis on the desk. They're talking. They're like, we don't know really what's going to happen right now. Love Ken, love Mark. We don't really know what's going to happen right now. Ben doesn't have a teammate. Yeah. We did the introductions for Lomas and Radis. They're both out, and they're both, you know, doing their jivey dances, going out to their, Lomas just doing his thing, you know, coming out to their 70s porn star music. You know, it is what it is. And so they're like, well, Ben doesn't have a teammate. And we're nearing the end of this clock. You know, there's like a minute left or whatever. Ben comes out and he's like, I don't know. You know,
couldn't find somebody.
I'm not sure. You know, and then next thing you know, goes, wait a minute, getting a
text.
Hold on, gotta take this. I got something coming in. Looks at his phone. Oh, actually, never mind. I got a teammate, dummies. And then, so the next thing you know, well, because you know Ben got introduced with the boss theme
with his giant whiteboard.
I was getting to that, but yeah, he gets his call. I got a teammate. And he goes over to Christian, tells him, you know, whisper, whisper, whisper. And Christian's like, okay. Yeah, okay, sure. That sounds good to me. And
it's very convenient that the commissioner's just right there. It's like, can we do this?
Oh, I mean, he's announcing he's doing the walkouts, you know, so it makes sense. But yeah, next thing you know, and I was in another room because I was thinking, I was getting ready. I was getting ready to do something else, and I was like, you know what? I really want to sit down and watch this match. You keep on watching it. I'm gonna do my thing. I'll come back and I'll watch it again with you later.
Yeah, not expecting anything huge.
Not expecting. I didn't know what to expect. I thought I already knew what was gonna happen.
Yeah,
I thought I knew for sure who was coming out with him for reasons. You know, I thought I knew for sure what was gonna happen. So I was like, yeah, you know what? I will catch it later. And so I'm over in the other room doing my thing. And then I popped out and I'm in the kitchen now, the room next to where you are. And then I hear Christian start talking about a record, you know, 6 of this, you know, 6 wins, whatever, how many losses, how many TKOs.
I was like, wait a minute, what? They already have a record?
And then I hear the words debonair and dastardly. And I sprinted into the living room and lost my mind. I'm like kneeling in front of the TV like a little kid who is allowed to stay up past their bedtime to watch a new show. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? And next thing you know, Andrew Guy just like flings the curtains.
In Andrew Guy style. Oh my, back like free for all style. Like, yeah! Like, oh my God.
I lost my mind. And I'm like, and it's a good thing that this match was delayed, because if this happened on April Fool's Day, I don't really know. But like, oh my God, lost my mind. I'm like, are you kidding me? Right now, very early in the season, but it's always, you know, fun to say things like this. This is, I think, absolutely a good contender for moment of the year. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Like, come on. I did not see this coming.
No.
Like, I'm so glad this didn't get spoiled for us.
Yes.
Because again, sometimes we get information early and like to like matches and stuff like that. Sometimes we'll say, don't tell us, I don't want to know. But this is one of those things where like, how are you going to tell us this?
And we thought we knew what was coming.
Yeah. And like, it was such a big moment because I was like, you kidding me? Team action?
I was like, actually quite literally yelling at the TV. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So what a moment. Because I never thought we would see this moment again of team action.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we all talked about it like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if?
Yeah.
But then we see Andrew on the desk.
He's found his place on the desk.
And Christian is like, you know, on the desk. If you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But he's really good on the desk.
Ooh,
Too good, if you know what I'm saying. But like Christian has even said Andrew Guy is too good as a commentator.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, well, he's hung up, you know, the old boots.
Yeah,
and that's what he does now.
And then like watching their Schmoedown show, like when they talk about Schmoedown on Action Industries and stuff like that, Andrew's bumping on records like, yeah, I don't really like to compete. Like I'll do it if you know, if the timing's right. And like he said, the only capacity he's comfortable competing now is teams. So, but I was like, even him is like, hey, it's very unlikely that I'll come back to compete. I really like the situation on the desk. It's more, and it's more speed because like he's
really good at it. He does the Clash Royale stuff.
Yeah,
he's
right up his alley.
Really, it's completely natural for him. The way it just seems like it comes very natural to him. So yeah, I thought that his competing days were definitely over. So this was a gigantic, huge, genuine surprise for the both of us.
Yeah.
Surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. So yeah, they come out, going back to the whiteboard. Clearly, Ben Bateman watches this show and heard me say that I hoped that he would bring his big ass whiteboard.
Just like Brandon listens to the show, hoping he would wear the mask.
Exactly.
And the hat.
Clearly, we're a huge influence, and that's why he did it because,
Yeah.
But no, I was really excited to see that he brought his big whiteboard because I was really hoping that would happen, and it's hilarious. So let's get into the match because I could talk about how excited that I was and we were for a long time. Anyways, Lomas and Radis, their team name, The Reckoning.
Yeah,
Fits. Because you got, Brother Lomas. Round 1. Lomas missed a question about Evil Dead. On the other hand, Radis, Ben, and Guy all got perfect rounds. Andrew Guy's first perfect round, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
He said, what did it take? 5 years?
Took 5 years. Finally got it, though.
And they all got the bonus. At the end of round 1, 20-22 in favor of team action. It was like stepping into a time machine. Like the trash talk was just right there. On point, like we didn't miss a day. But it's been years.
Yeah.
But I also love it because it's like, I don't know if it's just been all this pent up trash talking energy that Guy hasn't been able to get out in this outlet in years. I don't know. But it was like I said, it didn't skip a day. Lomas missed that question, immediate trash talk.
Yeah.
Radis repeated on a question, immediate trash talk. They started taking a selfie mid-match.
That's the game that Team Action plays. Like,
they got their perfect rounds, got the bonuses. They both sat in front of the scoreboard,
taking
took a selfie in front of the scoreboard. Hilarious.
Like, and this is the thing, like, we always like to talk about like pioneers of the game.
Yeah.
Like there have been plenty of
big
people.
Influencers.
Big influencers of the game. Like we've seen people trash talk before. Jeff Snyder comes to mind. I remember the thing that he would always do. Roca also, but like mid game, like messing, like intentionally doing it to mess with your opponent's head.
Yeah, a lot of people do it before the match.
Yeah, but like spoiler alert, we all know each other outside the game. We're all friendly with each other, and like outside of the Schmoedown game. But like to do it mid game and potentially upset the other person. And like there are times I remember Andrew Guy talking about somewhere like he would go after the match is over, after the camera stopped rolling, he'd actually have to go to people and apologize and say like, look, that's not me. This is, you know what I mean? But
I love that he does that.
I love that he does that. But like during the match to do it, there's character work and then there's gameplay. And I think
this is this is a blurry line.
Is the blurry lines. That's what I'm saying. Like Ben Bateman is probably the master, like one of the top people that does this. He'll intentionally do things to mess with his opponent. And like Jeff Snyder used to do it too. He would write his answer before anybody, he'd get his answer written down before anybody and do this. and stare at the opponent.
That would annoy the piss out of me.
And that's the thing. It's like, this is something that Team Action, if they weren't like the first to do it, they're the first, I think one of the first competitors to really do it like almost to a level where it really, really got into people.
It was almost kind of like, all right, guys.
Yeah, like
you're towing that line.
Yeah, and there were several times in this match where like it looked like Ken and Mark were getting annoyed with them. So it's like,
but being the top-notch professionals that they are, but like didn't Bateman wasn't he like one of the first ones to get a warning in the digital age for like, hey man,
you need to ease up, and that's what I'm saying. Like it's one thing to do character work and trash talk, but like to do it.
Yeah.
To gain an advantage. Like Team Action was so good at that. Because I feel like a lot of people, they're great at character work before the match, promos after the match, but then the match starts and it's kind of like, okay, I'm focusing. Yeah.
I feel like it takes like top tier focus and charisma, if we're going to be honest, to be able to not only concentrate on your game. I mean, they both got perfect rounds, got the bonus, and they were trash talking, the entire time. Yeah. So that, I always respect people that play that heel game because I don't think I could ever. But I love to watch these two do it.
Oh, yeah. Like, it's so good.
God. It's so good. I don't know what I'd do if I was on the other desk, playing them. I'm not sure what I would do. I'd probably laugh out of being nervous and because I think they're hilarious. But I don't know what I would do. Like I'd probably just laugh.
It reminds me of that one time that Action was playing Top 10, and John Roca made a comment.
One of my favorite moments in all of Schmoedown history.
The one rare moment that caused Andrew Guy of all people to break character.
Yeah. What did he say? He said something about
tell your mom I said hi.
He's Latino, isn't he?
Yeah.
the laugh, that adorable little laugh that escaped Andrew Guy in that moment was that's one of my favorite Schmoedown moments like ever. It's just so fun. I've gone back and watched that a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a great moment. Oh my God, it's so hot in here.
I'm sorry.
What's happening?
I don't know.
Maybe it's all this action talk. I don't know. But like, they're amazing. The trash talk is just
it's effortless.
Tier. It's effortless, that too. And you wonder because Lomas kind of looked like he was kind of shutting down a little bit. Like,
oh, he missed one in the first round.
By shutting down, I don't mean in terms of gameplay. I mean in terms of character work. Yeah. He didn't really seem like he was laying it on thick. But I was also trying to remember, did he do that previously? This was his first match in front of an audience. Under the lights, if you will. And previously, it had only been digital. Yeah. So I was trying to remember, did he do character stuff before? Or was this how he operated previously? I don't remember.
I think it was a lot the same way where he did a lot of character work before and after. But very little during the match. Like in between rounds. Yeah.
So maybe it was status quo. Maybe I'm reading a little bit too far into it. But like, It's
I mean, he didn't do bad in the first round.
No, not at all.
One question missed.
One question missed out of 4 people. That's remarkable. So 20 to 22 team action going in round 2. Team action had the opportunity to go first, but as we all know, they like to play from behind, baby.
You don't have to read into that.
We could. So they let the reckoning spin first. I love team action so much. It's ridiculous. Like this match. My soul was it fed my soul.
Let me turn on the AC. Turn it down.
Thank you. I appreciate that because it's warm in here for some reason.
Digital age. You can do it from my phone.
It was, God, it was like hot the minute we sat down and I don't know why.
I don't know.
So the reckoning goes first. They spin away from 2010s.
Interesting.
And they get the Rocky franchise, which I was kind of like, is this something that Team Action likes? I don't know.
Yeah.
They had 2 2-point misses.
Oof.
One was not stolen. One was stolen. Action goes. They spin Tom Cruise. Oh, I don't know. I think they stuck with it.
Yeah,
you know?
I think they like that.
I think they do. Multiple choice. Well, I mean, a total of multiple choice twice. They got both of them. Then it appeared they had a 2-point miss. It was some question, within the Mission Impossible franchise, which movie had something happen, blah, blah, blah. And, Guy was making me nervous because he was kind of like the spokesperson in a lot of these answers. And he was really playing it down to the wire with some of them. And I'm like, oh my God, just say the answer. You're making me nervous.
Like Team Action of old, they would always take it down to the wire.
I guess part of the game. But like, he at the very end said MI2.
This question.
They said it was wrong. And then like the true seasoned professionals that they are, they were like, no. Before they even attempt to steal these 2 points, we want to challenge. Yeah. And so I think that they had it's a
very valid argument.
They didn't need a manager because I think they both know this game very well. They've been playing it for a long time. Not only has Ben remained an active competitor, Andrew Guy has been on the desk, which I'm sure means that you need to be very well versed in the rule book. Yeah. Especially being on the desk. Competitors too, definitely. Yeah. But they made the argument of something along the lines of like, you frame the question of within the franchise. That would be like asking a question about which Star Wars movie did, whatever happen in, and you say Last Jedi. And they're like, sorry, you didn't say episode 8, The Last Jedi.
Star Wars episode 8, The Last Jedi.
You said within the franchise. There's no other mistaking within that franchise.
Yeah. Or if you just answered Empire.
Right. Yeah, that's another good. Yeah, that's good too.
You need the full, because if I say Empire,
it's like, oh, I'm sorry, you didn't say The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, it's like you know exactly what
you know exactly what film it is within the context of the franchise. So I think that was the basis of their argument. I think Ben interjected something else too. I forget what he said.
I think it's like some as per the rule book,
right?
Within the confines of and blah blah blah, everything that they just said. And I think also, I think Andrew also put something in there. It's like it's been known that the movie it's on posters, it's on all these other websites. That's how it appears on
MI2 on like the physical media, I guess. Maybe
the poster. Yeah, it says MI2. Just
Yeah, and then the rebuttal from Reckoning. What are you going to do when you have to make a snap decision? You don't have a manager to confer with. I think they were like, well, they added something that wasn't there. They could have just said the second movie, which I don't know. I think that would be even a weaker answer. Yeah. But when you got to think on your toes and you don't have time to really confer,
it was a good argument.
He did what he could do. Yeah. He did what it's better than going. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's not like he went I mean, well,
Yeah.
he was very distinct of like, well, because of this, this, and this is why I think they should be wrong.
Right.
So it was, even as, as flimsy as you say the argument is, he said it very confidently.
And
So,
he tried. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Because, it would have been a shame if he was just like,
I don't know.
I don't really have a rebuttal. Just go ahead and confer.
Yeah.
So, whatever they
confer. Yeah, with line judge.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Deliberation. There you go. That's the word. So the challenge was upheld.
Yeah.
And they got the points.
Rightfully so. I mean,
rightfully so. Yeah. Within the confines of the franchise, MI2 is a perfectly reasonable answer. Mm-hmm. He probably could have said the whole Mission Impossible 2. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but if literally that's how it appears on IMDb, and because I think that was part of the deliberation, was if that's how it's billed or whatever on IMDb.
Yeah, they had other sources to say MI2 is a perfectly acceptable answer.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. At which point, Andrew Guy, I don't know what's up with Andrews and desks in this in the Schmoedown, but
I just beat my desk.
That's another conversation for another day, I guess. I don't know. You want to talk about it?
No.
But Andrew Guy absolutely, went to town. Gotta do what you gotta do. Moment of celebration. You just gotta do whatever feels natural to you, and he sure did. I could
totally see Harloff off camera going,
"Can you not? Like, can you not?
What do you?
I already had to bleep out an F word or whatever. Like, can you just maybe not?"
Yeah. It's always like those things like you would hear. Like, because we were, at Spectacular, and the pre-show rundown. It's like, all right, guys, remember this, this, and this. Don't do this, don't do that. No swearing. Be mindful there are kids in the audience. Blah blah blah. And then like somebody like Mike Kalinowski or Shannon.
I get to have sex with my manager.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's like Mike, we just had a conversation. What are you doing?
I guess in the briefing for this taping that day wasn't like, well, make sure you don't swear. Make sure you remember there are kids in the audience.
No desk
Make sure you don't violate the desk. It wasn't explicitly stated, so he really didn't do anything wrong. That's my challenge.
Just Andrew Guy being Andrew Guy.
I would have been pissed if he didn't do that. Team action. They do what they got to do. A couple seasons ago,
Andrew Guy
a couple seasons ago put Ben Bateman through a table. This time he was like, sorry. And took this table and made amends. So, I respect the man for doing. You gonna tell a bird not to fly? No. You let Andrew Guy do whatever he wants to do.
Just be happy you only had to blur him out once. Because that guy can whew.
You let Andrew Guy and Ben Bateman do whatever they want to do on this show. That's my rules. That's how I would.
Makes for a good show.
Yes, absolutely. And you know what? If your kids ask what he was doing, there's a great opportunity for a crucial conversation. Schmoedown helps educate the kids. So, and then of course after that, Lomas told him that, well, now he's going to have to marry the desk.
that was good.
Quick,
that was quick.
Was funny.
It was fantastic. It was in character.
Yes.
So good.
And when you can say something that makes both Ben Bateman and Andrew Guy go, okay, that was good.
I think there were several people off camera just like, it was so good. I love hearing people off camera like,
yes, it's good. There's a lot of, I know that in the Facebook group, Justin Square, if I'm not mistaken, does a lot of quotes, quote roundups of quotes of the match, quotes of the whatever.
Caption this stuff, yeah.
Yeah, quotes of the month, whatever. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of choices from this match.
Yes.
That one is definitely going to be one of them. So, 26-32 in favor of team action at round 2. Round 3, 2-pointer for The Reckoning. I abbreviate them as REC.
Nope.
Remakes and reboots. Lomas takes his first one. Sofia Boutella stars as Aminette alongside Tom Cruise and Jake Johnson in what 2017 action remake? Not sure if I got the right answer here. Mm-hmm. Our daughter was talking to us as they were saying the answer, and I was like, baby girl, I can't hear the TV. But I think the answer was The Mummy, because after the fact, instead of rewinding, I just went to the Google machine on my phone and was like, I'm in that Sofia Boutella movie, and it said The Mummy. So I'm assuming that's the right answer.
Yeah, the remake that was supposed to be a part of the Dark universe.
They remade The Mummy? Like they remade Brendan Fraser Mummy with Tom Cruise instead of Brendan.
We've had this conversation several times.
This does sound familiar.
Yeah.
But like, was Tom Cruise Brendan Fraser's character?
Yeah.
Or was Brendan Fraser in it?
No. He wasn't. God, bring him back for a reboot of the franchise. There's been I think we've had this conversation too, but Brendan Fraser like disappeared from acting for a good couple of years.
Yeah.
And like he's back and people are like champions like, yes, get this guy more roles.
Yeah.
He's so good in them.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite episodes, like totally not related to movies at all.
Yeah.
One of my favorite, probably my favorite episode of Scrubs is the one is sort of like
don't ruin it if anyone hasn't seen it.
Like a Sixth Sense type of episode of Scrubs with Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
But
yeah, if you haven't watched Scrubs,
the episode is fantastic. Two, Brendan Fraser is brilliant in that show.
Yeah, that episode,
yeah,
I cry every time.
Yeah, like
crying in the club.
It's like every time that the episode airs, or I rewatched on what is it now? It's on Hulu, and like every time that episode comes up, it's real good. It's real good. I cry at the end of it because I specifically remember the first time I ever saw that. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah,
because they play it off so well.
They really did. That was a really good episode.
It's probably my favorite episode.
Scrubs is that weird kind of show. Yeah. It's like I didn't really like Scrubs earlier on, like when it was actually a thing, like on TV, because I was like, this show needs to make up its fucking mind. Is it going to be funny or is it going to be sad and emotional?
I love it,
but because I'm more so, I like comedies. I like things that make me laugh because there's enough garbage in the world. I don't need something to depress me in entertainment. Yeah. Entertainment's supposed to make me happy, you know? Yeah. But I was like, make up your mind, Scrubs. Are you funny or are you not? But like, as I got older and then we watched it together and I was like, wow, this show's actually really good.
It's so
the fact that it can make me like tears in my eyes laugh. And then the very next episode, I can be like, wow, that makes you think. Like, it's a really good show.
Yeah. And sure, they're like rewatching. There's so many jokes you couldn't get away with nowadays, but it's still, sorry, Scrubs tangent. Like I've had this conversation with a TikTok friend about how like, yeah, the jokes, you can't do some of them, but there are so many things that the show did to pioneer and move forward and push the envelope. Like Turk and Carla. A mixed, not what am I saying? Interracial relationship that doesn't include a white person. Yeah, it's a black sergeant. Yeah, and a Latino nurse. Yeah, so it's like it's stuff like that is like one of the first shows to do that of its time. It's like one of it. It's so good. I love Scrubs so much.
When you said Latina nurse, it just made me think of the episode where he calls her Puerto Rican, but she's like, how many times do I have to tell you I'm Dominican? So good.
It's a C, which is yes in Dominican.
If you haven't watched Scrubs, but there's also like 5 zillion seasons.
There's only 8 seasons.
You don't have to watch past season.
I mean, season 8 is season 9.
Whenever it's like Scrubs medical school.
The unofficial season 9.
You can absolutely ignore that.
Don't even bother. Once you get
canon.
Once you get when JD leaves Sacred Heart, stop watching.
Yeah. I personally could skip the first season. That's on me.
I always forget there are so many good episodes in this first season.
Me too, probably. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too.
Anyways, what we're really trying to say is if there was a Scrubs exhibition match, Andrew versus Alex Damon.
Yes.
That's what we're really trying to say here. It's a good show. Watch it. Brendan Fraser, circle it back.
Circle it back. Bring him back into...
I mean, he wasn't in just that one episode. He was in a couple, but one episode...
That one episode kills me every time.
And we don't even have to tell you which one. If you go back and you watch it, you're like, oh, yeah, that one episode. Yeah. With Brendan Fraser. Yeah. You don't really even have to specify. Mm-hmm. Anyways, apparently they remade The Mummy and said Brendan Fraser wasn't enough and they got Tom Cruise. And I'm sure there were a lot of explosions and he probably made out with a hot woman. So, Tom Cruise, everybody, in a nutshell.
He's very attractive.
What? Sophia Boutella?
Mm-hmm.
She was the mummy. She the bad guy?
She's the bad guy, but
he probably didn't kiss her.
No, there's his female counterpart to she's very attractive.
Yeah, she's probably hot as hell, and he was probably like,
not really. I don't think they did.
No,
I don't think so. I can't remember. Yeah,
explosions, yelling.
Tom Cruise becomes the mummy at the end. Yes,
no,
he gets special powers at the end.
All right, let's move on.
I'm pretty sure we had this conversation before.
I think we have, and it always just pisses me off. 3-pointer for the reckoning before we get any deeper into this mummy rabbit hole. Really?
Yes.
Wow. 3-pointer for the reckoning. Wait. Oh, how topical. Radis gets a Tom Cruise category. Kevin Pollak plays Lieutenant Sam Weinberg, co-counsel of Tom Cruise's character in what 1990s legal drama? A Few Good Men. Got it. Is that You Can't Handle the Truth?
Yes.
Is that one?
I'm sorry. No, I don't want to
Show Me the Money. That's a different one.
Tangent. There was I'll keep it brief. There's a TikTok of they combined the court that scene. You Can't Handle the Truth with Legally Blonde.
Yeah. That's very
funny.
That's
so good. It fits very so well ingenious. Too. It's ingenious.
A Few Good Men mash up with Elle from Legally Blonde.
Legally Blonde, yeah. I'm sure it's on funny. YouTube. IMDb did it, I think.
Probably. Show Me the Money, different movie.
That's,
Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire.
Put me in the singles division. No. 5-pointer for The Reckoning. Denzel Washington. I did speech to text and I must have accidentally had caps locks on because it's all in capital letters. It's a very intense question.
Now you have to yell this question.
My daughter's sleeping in the next room, so I'm not going to do that unless you want to go help her get back to sleep.
Nope.
5-pointer for The Reckoning, Denzel Washington. Jovan Adepo plays Corey, the athletic son of Denzel Washington's character in what acclaimed drama?
Fences.
The
rare 5-pointer that I know in a singles match.
I've never even heard of it.
Really? I think he got nominated for an Oscar for that. I could be wrong.
Fences? No.
Yeah. Never seen it.
Missed it. With that, 31-32, team action with a TKO. Are you fucking kidding me?
What year is it? Are you kidding me?
Sam Levine is a singles champion. Sorry if you should. Is that match public by now?
I don't care.
I mean, what year is it? Sam Levine's holding the singles belt. Team action just got a TKO. Andrew Guy called Jen Sturger Jessica.
What year is it?
Rachel Cushing's on the desk. Ken Knapsack is on the desk. What's happening? Like, what's going to happen next? Like, what a time to be alive in the Schmoedown universe, you know?
Like, this match was so much fun. Oh, this, like, every once in a while, there'll be a match that happens when, like, you want to introduce somebody to the Schmoedown. This is one of those matches. Like, if you want, like, full-on characters, like heels, the galore, the trash talk, the questions, trivia, like, because it's not like this wasn't a perfect match for either of them.
No,
they missed a couple in the second.
Team action missed.
They missed one in the second, but like, you know, it's not like there was like, top, like, sometimes you'll show somebody like 5150, you show somebody that's a Star Wars fan and likes movie trivia and you want to see like a perfect match.
Sure.
Show them 5150. I've done that to a couple of my friends. And but this one is one of those like the Chandru Mike match, title match. That's another one. Like, if you want to show somebody what the Schmoedown is, you got to show them this one with the Reckoning versus Team Action.
This is definitely one of them.
Yeah.
Because like I think it was in the first round, Guy wasn't sure. He didn't seem 100% sure of one of his answers. Mm-hmm. It was that question about Friday, right? Chris Tucker. Mm-hmm. And I don't think he didn't seem 100% sure, but he got it right. And the next thing you know, he is just skip dancing, taking a lap around the set. And Lomas and Radis, not entirely amused. But you see him just like skipping around set. And I'm like, this is perfect. This is everything I want. And then I think after when they got the TKO, I think he took another lap.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, they go over to the desk of Radis and Lomas, take a selfie with them. Oh my God. That's like peak heel. Like, hey, we just TKO'd you. Smile, idiot. Like,
we want to capture this moment. Who looks to see we're TKOing?
I cannot imagine doing that. Like, amazing. And yeah, like I said, post-match interview, Andrew Guy calls Jen Jessica. Perfect.
Where's the belts?
Oh, yeah. They gave us a couple of where's the belts. Yeah. The one after the match was like, so good. Because like he just goes, Ben, no cue. They just like fell in sync with each other, you know?
Yeah.
Where's the belts? Perfectly in sync.
Walk-off set. Yeah.
Walk-off set. And they came back to let us know Champs lunch was at Wood Ranch at 1. You know? Again, also, Champs lunch. What year is it?
Yeah.
So... oh man, this match really breathed life into me.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
God, but then there rises the question, like, is this a one-off match? Does Andrew Guy go back to the desk? How are they going to spin this if he goes back to the desk?
Yeah, I'm really hoping this doesn't mean that he's done with the desk.
Yeah.
I'm really also hoping this. I don't want this to be a one-off.
I just thought of the title for this episode. It'd be nice to the desk or something to do with the desk.
Probably going to need to. Yeah. Yeah, probably. You probably have to.
Yeah.
But like, I want the best of both worlds. I want him to still be calling matches, but I also still want to see more of team action.
Yeah.
If he doesn't want to play singles, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
That's cool. But if I don't want this to be I don't want this to be, because he made a comment in the post-match interview of like, I'll come back to manage Ben. I'm like, what?
What happened?
Ben's already got a manager.
Yeah.
He's with the Den.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure what he meant by that comment. Could be reading too far into it. Not sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I want him to still call matches. And I also want team action to be a thing. Because the question is, if team action is still a thing, does that mean Andrew Guy's in the Den? Kate wasn't there to manage them.
Yeah,
does that mean
I
that
think they
Ben's
can do. They can still do that because the freedom of this season is you can pretty much, you're free to do what you please. You don't have to be on the faction. You can play. You can.
Yes, it's kind of like how Coy said if Kevin Smith plays, he just won't be representing the Mercs.
Yeah.
So maybe it's the kind of thing where just team action just won't be representing the Den.
Yeah.
If they play again.
But if Ben wants to jump into singles now, then maybe during the singles run he's representing the Den, and then Kate will be there to manage him.
Right.
So it's interesting. I think we talked about like maybe it's a dual personality type thing going on, because we saw it in the cutscenes last season where you had like the trigger words to bring
Winter Soldier type stuff.
Yeah.
I love it. I
Like,
hope that's
maybe that's what happens with it, because there was that point where Andrew Guy woke up one day and he goes, "Oh, I gotta get talk to Ben," and he's thinking it's like 3 seasons ago, which they kind of alluded to it in this match. I think.
Yeah, at one point he kind of had a weird, abrupt like end to what he was saying.
Yeah,
and I was kind of like, I wonder if that was a very subtle. Multiple personality type thing again.
Yeah.
Are we reading too far into it? I don't know. But I remember him saying something that he kind of like stopped himself and was just kind of like abrupt with it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And he also said, like, when he said got his perfect rounds, like, oh, it took 5 years. And I'm trying to do the math in my head. Like, how many,
was it 5 years?
Like, was it 5 years ago or was it 4 years? Like how long, like when he debuted during Team Action, it was like, how long were they a thing? Like trying to do
Beautiful
that.
Mind.
Beautiful Mind is like, are they still doing that?
When did Andrew Guy debut in singles and teams?
Yeah, it's like, are they still trying to do that where like he's still kind of like wired, like brainwashed?
Yeah.
And like, will Sam Levine come in and sort of affect that, and like, because he's behind the whole Schmoedown thing, so
that would be
it'd be interesting to see.
I feel like it's too far fetched. I feel like we're just kind of hoping for something crazy. I think it's too far fetched, but it would be insane if something like that happened, where Sam comes in and he just says those like Winter Soldier trigger words, and dastardly, debonair Andrew Guy's like, who wants to call a match?
Yeah, or Sam gives the trigger words to Mark. He's like, I want you on the desk, and he says Mark gives him the trigger words, and then he's back on the desk. Yeah. I don't want to have Andrew Guy not be on the desk. He's so good on it.
He's so natural.
Yeah.
He's so good at it.
But at the same time, I want to see Dastardly do dastardly things, because he was so entertaining during this match,
and he played phenomenally after coming, because everybody always talks about like his ring rust thing, blah blah.
Got a perfect round 1.
They only missed one question. Granted, they didn't have to answer any in round 3, but a testament to how well they played. But like, he played very well. And so I'm hoping it's not a one-off. I'm hoping Team Action plays another match.
Here's the thing. If Team Action does continue, like, you got to start talking about title contention, because...
Well, I don't know where they left off, what their team's record was. I can't remember,
but Andrew Guy got close to competing for us, the team's title.
With McQueenie?
With McQueenie and with somebody else. I think with...
Was he with Irwin at one point? Or am I just dreaming?
I can't remember.
Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else.
He was with McQueenie, but he was really close to winning the team's tournament. And then Ben has been there multiple times with multiple players.
Yeah.
Like, Andrew Guy comes to mind, or Mark Riley, Dan Merle. So it's like...
Yeah. He's got to catch a break at some point.
Yeah.
So I was telling you after this match, I'm like, ooh, first of all, I really hope that this isn't their reunion and last match.
Yeah.
All in one. I hope we do get to see Team Action again. But it's also like, who would it be fun to see them play? I think it would be fun to see them play.
Preston and JT.
Yeah, I don't remember their team name right now. I'm such a D-bag. But Preston and JT, I think that'd be a lot of fun. Because like this match right here, all heels, right?
Yeah.
So that's fun. It's always fun to see somebody try to out heel another heel. So I think it would be fun to see.
I think that dynamic between
JT
those
and
teams,
Preston.
yeah, that would be fantastic to see.
Yeah, because the dynamic in this one was, Radis and Lomas are like, oh, these geriatric.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, they're in their 30s. Slow your roll. But it was like new guard.
30's not old.
30 is not old. I thought 30 was old when I was like a teenager. When I was watching Friends, I'm like, wow, they're so in control of their lives and they have it all together. Not the truth. Because now we're older than they were on that show.
You're closer to 30 than 40. I'm closer to 40 than 30 now.
Yeah. Yikes. But like it would be fun to see team action against JT and Preston because it's kind of like old guard or old guard. You know, if you will. I hate throwing around the term old guard because it almost it sounds like you're past your prime kind of thing. I'm not sure I like that term. But people that have been in the game for a while.
Yeah, veteran players because like
it would be fun to see them go against that team. I mean, really, if you got team action in a match, it's not going to disappoint no matter who you put. It doesn't matter who you put them up against.
Put them against the Wild Bears.
I'm still saying I want to see a flip cup or beer pong match with the Wild Berries where it's like you make a thing and you like hold up the cup and there's like a question at the bottom. If you get it right, you drink it. If you get it wrong, you drink it. If you get it right, you get to put it on the other team. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Yeah. Let's do that with Star Wars. Could you imagine? How many? 6 cups? Imagine just getting like 6 zingers.
Celebration is coming up.
6 5-point questions.
We got a bunch of Schmoedown competitors that will be at Celebration.
Couldn't really do a flip cup, but a beer pong, absolutely, you could do that. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Whose hotel room are we going to do it in?
Good question. Hopefully people are staying in the same hotel as us, if not close. But yeah, no, I always thought that'd be a lot of fun with the Wild Bears. But yeah, no, I really, really, really hope that we see another team action match. Really hope, because this would be just like... It delivered on so many levels, but it would just be such a tease to be like, ooh, team action. That's it, though.
Later, losers.
Later, idiots. We're going to put him back on the desk and he's going to be on his best behavior again. So it's going to be weird to see how they like transition Andrew back onto the desk. So we'll see what happens. I just can't. Anytime we talk about Andrew on the desk now, it's kind of like, but I'm really interested to see how they transition him back because I'm hoping this isn't the end of that for him either.
Action on the desk. That's the title of the episode. Boom.
Hot action on the desk. But so the question remains of like, okay, well, we know how we feel about team action. We know that we want to see them compete again. I don't know the reckoning. I'm assuming they're going to stay together. They don't seem to be tied to a faction. They seem to have good chemistry. They were on the same faction last year. And they're both great personalities. I think they feed well off of each other. And they're very different personalities.
Very polarizing. But
somehow they fit. So, I hope we see them again because I enjoy Radis and Lomas.
Yeah, and Lomas, we've always said like when he debuted last season, it's like, God, get this guy in a live setting. Let him cut a promo because they have the smoke machine. Get some like strobes on him.
Yeah, because he went into his whole preacher bit in the post-match interview too, and it was like, this is what we came to see. You know, and so what Radis crashed the team action post-match interview and he was like, this is garbage. This is whatever. It's whatever. This is no better than an exhibition match. We'll even see if it airs. Yeah. And so I guess we're going to get Radis and Bateman in a singles match now. Yeah. And Radis is going to have to put his 3-0 record on the line because he was like, I'm the best 3-0 record holder. I'm the best 3-0 player, rookie. Yeah. That there is. Yeah. So
3-0, Daddy-O.
Gonna have to put it on the line with Benjamin Bateman now.
That's a tough go. I mean, he played significantly better than he did in the past, I believe. Because like,
which one? Radis?
Radis, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, he showed improvement. So
yeah, and I know that a lot of people last year were kind of like, exchange, getting a lot of rookies, blah blah blah. You're gonna play Ben Bateman now. Yeah. Money where your mouth is, kind of thing. So yeah, he has a loss on his record now, but it's for teams. So we'll see what happens when he puts his untarnished singles record on the board.
Which is next week.
Next week. I think he said we're going to see you next week, which is this week. Yeah. It's going to be a day of reckoning. Get it? So yeah, I mean, if he can keep that streak going, great. If not, it happens to everybody. Nobody stays. If you stay in the game long enough, that loss is coming. That loss looms over you. It's looming and it's coming. It's coming. So, yeah, Nobody stays perfect unless you're on top and you just go deuces. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens against Bateman if he, unless he can give Bateman a run for his money and give him a little payback for this team's match. So yeah. So I'm assuming that would be the undercard.
Overcard, probably.
Would it be the overcard? Yeah. I feel like the undercard is more the one that's like, what's happening? And you find out the day of.
Yeah.
So yeah. I guess it'll be our overcard. So interested to see what happens next week. I feel like a broken record, say that every time, but I'm also loving Titans. It's amazing.
Yeah, I love the format.
So really, really, really genuinely enjoying this. So we'll see what happens. I have no idea unless there's some kind of thing happening and then an announcement that we missed, which has happened.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Somebody will announce it. People like breaking news for the Schmoedown, so I'm sure
It's not this show.
It ain't this show. If you're coming here for breaking news, I'm not sure. This must be your first time. So.
We talk
Welcome
about
to the show.
We talk about the news after it comes out, and
sometimes not even. It depends. But yeah, excited, can't wait. And there was a post credits scene. We got a little bit of I guess you could say resolution. I don't know. Nick and Jacoby, they happen upon Roxy, Mr. Irwin, and Chandru. And Nick and Jacoby are all like, hey, Roxy, let's get the stars back to where they were, back to our, glory days. Chandru's, being a doofus and, this isn't Ethan. This isn't who he is. And this isn't who you are. The stars were good guys, blah, blah, blah. And then Roxy does her thing. Didn't I tell you? And, she tells Jacoby that he's got, so she said something along the lines of like, he's got a loser quality or something like that.
Yeah, wasn't listening and.
Right. Yeah. And she's like, for the, 87th time, she said, I tell you to don't trust anybody. It's like, we get it.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, she said, don't trust anybody for the 100th time. And, before you know it, Nick whips out the shades, walks over and says, I think you need to skedaddle, my dude. You need to get out of here. And Mr. Irwin was like, I don't even know who this guy is. Oh, you need to get out of Mr. Irwin's office. Yeah. And so, yeah, Jacoby got a little bit burned. I'm not sure what that means for him.
Rogue player. Probably.
Rogue player. I mean, the last person to get burned by the stars was picked up by the dungeon, Janine, right?
Yeah.
She was probably the most recent person.
I mean, yeah, he can find his way on a faction.
So, if you're looking for somebody who might be maybe a little bit of a diamond in the rough, who just got burned, out in the cold looking for a home. So maybe a faction will pick him up because Jacoby, he proved to be a good team player. He and Nick, they did well.
They did well, yeah.
So.
Yeah. So I think
I don't know if he's going to be picked up or if he's going to just play for himself.
Yeah, but I think the stars are full now. If this is where Nick Harley is.
Chandru,
Mr.
Ethan. Irwin, Ethan, Alex Damon.
Sorry. So Chandru, Mr. Irwin, Nick Harley, Alex Damon. Nope, they got one spot open.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's it.
A singles player.
Yeah.
Because they got their IG with Chandru, they got their Star Wars with Alex. They got Mr. Irwin.
And Nick. And then maybe a crazy flex.
A flex.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you could do whatever you want with that.
Yeah, you could, but I always forget, they have 3 IG players on that team.
Chandru.
Oh,
yeah.
Ethan, Mr. Irwin.
He did play IG last year. And Alex Damon.
So you got some flex.
Did they play each other? No, they didn't.
No, Alex played a little gauntlet. He got through Barbarian, and then he lost to Mike.
Right.
In a number one contender match.
Yeah. Yeah. No, they've got IG pretty well covered.
Even though I don't think Alex is going to dip his toe in IG this season.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. But, I mean, he could.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is that if he wants to flex, he can. So, yeah, I don't think they have a 5th person in there yet. Time will tell. And Jacoby.
Yeah.
Yikes. So we'll see what happens with him. I think he's a really fun, lighthearted personality. And so.
Yeah, he did, that's the thing. It was like, oh man, kind of saw it coming because one, it was kind of fortunate because you took a note of it or you said oh, I didn't like that look that Nick gave when Jacoby walked away.
Yeah, he He had this little, very subtle, like, and then he like took a bite of an apple. I'm like, I didn't like that.
Yeah.
Saw that with my eyes. Didn't like it.
Yeah.
So.
And it makes sense the way that the stars are going of like, just like
don't trust anybody if you haven't heard.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's a heel faction. And Jacoby just, with the way he is, just the way he was last season, does not fit on that faction.
Yeah.
So, it's a shame that he can't have him in the Mercs. He would fit perfectly on the Mercs.
I think so.
Yeah, and he doesn't have to be on a faction. He can play rogue. It doesn't matter.
Absolutely, we got plenty of rogue people running around at the current time being. So yeah, the show just keeps getting better. Like when you're like, wow, how could they top that last one? Then they just go and friggin' do it.
Yeah, like how can you top that title match?
With Sam
and Marisol.
Oh, we'll bring Andrew Guy and Ben Bateman back together.
Give you team action again. Like, what year is it?
Oh my
Seriously.
God, so good.
God, I was like buzzing after this episode. It was so good.
Buzz.
Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we are at a bit of a whoa. How are you gonna outdo that?
Yeah.
So huge match. Felt like a pay-per-view. Wasn't. We're hashtag blessed with getting team action in a non-pay-per-view match. Really hoping we see them again. And we'll see how Bateman and Radis duke it out in a singles match.
Yeah. Hopefully not.
Will he keep will Radis keep his untarnished singles record going? Or will he meet his comeuppance?
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens, man. Like we'll have to keep Andrew Guy off the desks. I died when you did that. I'm like, what are you doing? Oh no!
So good. Like it was just peak team action. And it
reminds me of when they beat Team Trek and they took their face and he's like.
There's so many good action moments. Like
we're reacting.
Yeah, because like our friend Allison, shout out if you're listening, baby girl, love you. And she said something somewhere where she was like, yeah, I'm a relatively new Schmoedown fan. She only got into it like in the past season or two or whatever recently.
Wow. Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, I've heard about team action. I've
seen clips
and probably seen matches in the past. Never thought I'd be able to watch them again. And then boom, here we are. So I love that for her and for fans like her.
Yeah.
Love
gift
that.
to the new fans.
Exactly.
Oh my God. Because like there are certain teams that if you didn't come in to see the season,
you're never going to see the Patriots again.
Yeah. I mean, you could, but
we also never thought we'd see team action again.
Yeah. But so, like Shire Wolves.
You're probably
never see Shire Wolves ever again.
Yeah.
God,
I mean, Roke is retired. You're probably never going to see a team with him on it. Top 10.
Top 10 is not going to be a thing. Like there were so many teams back when when you first got into it that like it was like there's so many good teams out there. The Patriots, Shire Wolves, top 10. Mark and Ellis. Never going to see that again.
Christian and Mark.
So wow.
Mark and Ellis.
Wow. Yes, Harloff and Ellis. Our first team champions. You're never going to see that again.
Yeah.
So
do yourself a favor. If this was your first match watching action together,
go back and watch. If
you haven't gone back and watched their other matches, I think one of my favorite action moments, apart from that Broca moment you brought up, was I loved the one where they like dressed up.
Brought their moms out.
They were in their best dress attire, and they were like, we're cleaned our act up, and they brought their moms out. Hilarious. Loved it. Like because they brought their moms out, but then at some point they regressed right back to their characters.
After they lost, I think that's what happened. But like it's
Andrew Guy tackling people left and right.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's what I really enjoyed about the new the reboot format. It's like if you're still in the same format as last season, you have to stay strict to the rosters and like 90% of it's competition based.
Yeah.
You don't get this match. There's no way you get this match. So it's a great present to give to people that aren't familiar with team action.
Yeah. So it was a gift for us all.
Yeah. It's so good.
Yeah. So we'll see how they top it. I'm sure we will. Okay. But it's going to be a tough act to follow. Yeah. If I was on this next Titans, I'd be like, oh.
Wait, I got to follow that?
Yeah. I got to
follow desk humping? What?
Yeah, man. It was a lot, but it was great.
Yeah. Whew. So we'll go ahead and wrap up here.
Yeah.
Before we start ranting again on how much we love team action.
I can't say enough. Or we could talk more about Scrubs.
Hey.
I
love Scrubs.
Hey, man. It's a show.
Star Wars competitor Nicki Dimalanta. Where can they find you online?
Twitter. I say things on Twitter sometimes at Dimmy. DIMMMYYY.
As for me, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Drew Dimalanta, DIMALANTA, and on TikTok at Rogue Leader Drew. I am so close to 5,000. Thank you, everybody that follows me. I blinked that I got to 4,000. Yeah. My last video was just like, everybody loved it. A lot of Pong Krell haters out there, apparently.
Yeah,
because that one,
like that one.
That is responsible for me to I am so dangerously close to 5,000.
Yeah, that one got a lot of attention.
Yeah. So
the one that I suggested that got a decent amount of attention.
Yeah, that one got it got
I thought it was funny.
It was fun. Yeah, but this last one just thank you everybody that follows, because I most likely will reach 5,000 by the end of the week.
Definitely before celebration.
Definitely. My goal was to get there before celebration. We will get there well before celebration. So thank you everybody, because expect a dance video very soon.
Also a Scrubs reference.
Yes.
Not a Fortnite reference. We don't play that. Never will.
I played it a couple times.
You did?
Yes. I played it with my brothers for a hot minute.
What are you, 13? Am I right?
Yeah.
No, I've never played it, and I don't ever intend to. But yeah, no, it's a Fortnite dance, but also you're specifically directly referencing
the poison dance. So
never trust a big butt and a smile.
That girl's poison.
That girl's poison. If you're, what was that? Belle Biv DeVoe? No.
Yeah, Belle Biv DeVoe.
Truer words have never been spoken. So
yes. So I think I'm about 500 away. So as last time I looked, I could be wrong, because
live check, everybody.
It keeps growing. I'm whew.
I have 40 followers. I haven't posted a single video. That's kind of funny. A live look at Andrew's follower account, 4,606. Less than 400 followers, because math.
Wow, the last time I looked, I was at low 500, low 4,500.
4,606, baby. Speaking of math, on that stream I was on for Tori's birthday, we were playing Jackbox, and there was we were playing the murder mystery game, and I died the first fucking round, so whatever. But as a ghost, there was one time where somebody else was on the chopping block, and it was the math game, where it was just simple arithmetic, addition, subtraction, math, and it was just rapid fire, answer as many as you can. Guess who tied for first place, I think?
Oh.
This guy. Math. That's why. I wonder where that person is. I wonder where they are right now, and I wonder if they still listen. But if you're still listening, you're right. Math is everywhere.
Yeah.
And I applied it, and it helped me not win that game. Yeah. So there's that.
Bottom line, I'm 400 away from 5,000.
Bottom line, Andrew's almost got to do the poison dance.
I gotta start practicing that thing.
Yeah, man.
Ooh, I am not prepared for
Girl is poison.
I thought I was gonna wait until right up to the wire to get to it there, but thank you everybody. It's
driving me out of my mind.
Anyways,
you can do it at Celebration.
No. No.
Could.
That I know that I will not do.
Imagine how difficult it would be to do that while quoting a scene.
No. I'm only going to do it from my camera in my living room by myself.
After many takes. It'll take many takes.
Yeah. But yeah. So if you're listening to this on audio form, please follow the feed and rate us.
And if you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, click the bell icon in the lower right-hand corner. See when we do things on YouTube.
Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Beyond the Schmoedown. We'll see you guys next time.